Welcome to Becoming MindStrong, the official podcast of MindStrong Fitness. My name is Rachel. I'm the owner and head coach of MindStrong Fitness, and I am here to teach you truth. No more bullshit, no more point systems, no more shakes, no more wraps. This is math and science, and we're going to learn how to do it together. Ready? Let's rock and roll. Welcome to episode 13 of Becoming MindStrong, and today's podcast episode is going to be a little shorter than normal because the topic is really to the point, but there's a common misconception around it, and that topic is water weight. So many of us think, if you think about water weight, it sounds like if you drink water, you put on weight, right? Some of us have experienced this before. You get on a scale, you see the number, you get off, you drink a couple cups of water, you get back on, and that number has gone up. So to us, we think, oh, water weight. I'm drinking water and I'm putting on weight. While that is true, that drinking water and getting back on the scale will make that number go up, that's not exactly how water weight works. And the way that it actually works is a bit counterintuitive. So I want to use my favorite analogy to explain how water weight works so that we can go into this with the right mindset. My favorite analogy is this. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, you have every dollar, hell, you have every cent of that paycheck accounted for. There's no extra spending going on. You could tell me exactly where every dollar, where every cent of that paycheck is already allocated. You're not going to go out and make an unexpected big purchase. You're not going to go on a shopping spree. You're going to spend your money the way that it's already been designated because you know there isn't any more coming in until the next month or the next paycheck. If, however, I were to say to you, you know what, you have your steady paycheck, but at the end of this month, I'm going to give you a $1,000 bonus. And next month, you're going to get another $1,000 bonus. And you came to have confidence that every month you were going to get this $1,000 bonus. Maybe it even goes up sometimes. Well, then your spending habits are going to change. You're going to live with more freedom. You're going to make those extra purchases. You're going to spend a little more than you would. You're not going to hold so tight to it. This is exactly how our body works with water. We all know the statistics that our body's made up of a tremendous amount of water, and most of us, what we don't realize is that most of us are walking around in a constant state of dehydration. Our bodies are fantastic at adapting, so it's just adapted to this life of constantly being dehydrated. But here's what happens. Just like when you live paycheck to paycheck, what your body is doing is it's holding on to what little water you're giving it. It doesn't trust that there's any more coming in. And because it's not getting enough or it's getting just enough to get by, it is clinging tight to that water, just like you cling tight to that paycheck when it's all you're getting. But when we start to build trust with our body, and that can sound like a funny phrase, but our body learns to trust us. When you start giving your body as much water as it needs or more water than it needs, then it starts to trust. Then it's getting the quote unquote bonus check, and it starts to trust that there's more coming in. And here's the important part. That's when it can release. The same way that you release that tight hold on your money, on your paycheck, it starts to release, but in this case, it's literally releasing the water that it's holding. So you're going to find yourself going to the bathroom more. You're going to see that scale start to go down because all that water it was holding onto was making that number go up, up, up. That's what the water weight is. The water weight is the water that your body is literally holding onto because it doesn't trust that there's more coming. When you train your body to trust you, when you show it with consistency, right? This is not a one-day thing. It's not that you drink a lot of water one day and the issue's solved. It's consistency. Day after day, you're continuing to give it enough water or even more water. And then it starts to trust, okay, I know I'm getting more. I know that bonus check is coming, so to speak. And it starts to release that water weight that it's been holding. Now, the common question that I get from there is how much water should I be drinking? There's no right or wrong to this, and it can feel super overwhelming. For me, the goal is get yourself to a gallon a day. Now, for some people, that's not a big deal. For some people, I say that and they look like a deer in headlights. Like, are you kidding me? I'll be in the bathroom all the time. If you're only drinking a cup or two of water or 3 cups of water a day, jumping to a gallon a day is not going to be sustainable for you. You are going to be in the bathroom all the time. You're going to be miserable. Your day is going to be spent around just reminding yourself constantly to drink water. What we want to do is take baby steps, just like the answer to nutrition, just like the answer to everything in health and fitness, is slowly work to increase. You could set a timer in your phone, What I used to do back when I was a teacher is I bought a big gallon water bottle and I kept it on my desk. And I set a rule for myself that anytime I looked at it, whether I was thirsty or not, I drank. And because our bodies are such creatures of adaptation, because they adapt so well, your body is going to start to crave that water. It's not going to be such a chore all the time. The same way that we start to crave healthier foods or we start to crave our workouts in time. It's the same thing with water. Our bodies want to feel good. So when it's finally hydrated, the way that it's meant to be hydrated, you're not going to have to force it. It's going to start reminding you through thirst. It's going to send you that message saying, hydrate me, hydrate me, hydrate me. And the habit of drinking water gets easier and easier. But in the beginning, you're going to need some tricks. Set a reminder in your phone, put a bottle of water in front of you and make a rule you have to drink every time, whatever works for you. You know, they make gallons of water with like timetables on it. So 9 a.m., it shows you where you should be to pace yourself. All these little tricks, use them because they're not a forever thing. They're about building the habit. What you're going to find is first and foremost, that water weight's going to start dropping because your body's going to trust you. It's going to release that water. Your energy level is going to skyrocket. Water is my biggest energy hack. For people who are low energy, if you start increasing your water intake, you're going to notice a massive difference. Of course, getting your nutrition in check, starting your exercise routine, all that stuff is part of the plan. But if you only start by increasing water, you will start seeing changes in your body and in your energy level. The other thing you'll notice, and this is like a fun little bonus, is that your skin is going to clear up drastically. And to me, Amanda laughs at me all the time about this because strangers come up to me and ask me about what my skincare routine is. And for me, if I splash water on my face in the morning, that's a lot. Like I don't use any way, shape, or form of product. It's literally warm water if I remember. But because I am in the habit of drinking a gallon to a gallon and a half of water every day, my body is just flushing everything out. And as a fun side effect, you get really clear skin. So what we want to understand is this. Drinking water does not make you gain fat, right? We understand we did a whole podcast episode on the scale. Go back and listen to that. The number you see on the scale when it goes up is not always necessarily fat. If you get on the scale, see your number, get off, chug 2 glasses of water and get back on, it will go up. You are holding water in your body at that point. That is not fat. What water weight actually is, though, is the water that your body is holding because it's not getting enough water on a daily basis to trust you and to release. So we start by baby steps. We start by slowly increasing our water. If you can get up to a gallon a day, awesome. If you work out a lot, you might want to push yourself up to a gallon and a half. That part is personal preference. There is no right or wrong to how much water you need, but it's one of those things, just like nutrition, just like working out, just like mindset. Our bodies want to feel good. So the more you do this, the easier it becomes because your body is going to crave it. It's going to crave more water. It's going to tell you that it's thirsty. But for our purposes today, I want you to understand what water weight is and what it isn't. And what it is your body not trusting that it's getting what it needs, so it's holding on to water. It's a bit counterintuitive. The more water we give our bodies, the more it trusts us. It's like spending that paycheck, the more confidence it gets that it's getting what it needs, and then it releases that water weight, and that you watch that scale go down. Now, understand too, side note, on the topic of your bladder, in the beginning as you increase water, yes, you're going to be going to the bathroom more. As a teacher, I know firsthand how difficult that can be. If you're in a profession where going to the bathroom is a bigger ordeal than most people have to think about in their life, it is a concern. I used to tell the neighboring teacher, like, listen, I'm doing this thing where I'm increasing my water. I'm going to have to go to the bathroom more often. Can my kids line up in the hallway and you keep an eye on them? Like you can make a plan and you can work around that. But again, our bodies are fantastic at adaptation. So that is not a forever thing. You might be going to the bathroom more often for a week, maybe 2 weeks, but at some point that will become your norm. That will be a non-factor. I promise you that the advantages of drinking more water are going to outweigh anything else. Outweigh, pun intended. Understand that water weight is not drinking water equals gaining fat. Water weight is hydrating your body the way it was designed to be hydrated, so it releases the water that it's holding as it builds trust with you. To grab my free macro cheat sheet, visit bit.ly.com/macro cheat sheet. bit.ly.com/macro cheat sheet.